My name is Miko Newman. I'm a co-founder and director of Newmanfrancis.
I'm Alicia Francis and I'm co-founder and co-director at Newmanfrancis.
Newmanfrancis is a community engagement company. We work with communities mainly that are being impacted by change. So we work with communities that are going through change of services, need improvements to their surroundings, their environments, but basically being impacted by change. So the work that we bring is we get to know those communities, really get related to them, and then we work to really understand the needs of those communities.
Newmanfrancis' mission is to build strong communities, and that means resilient and empowered communities.
My name is Cesar Lalobo. I have lived on Providence Farm since 2000, for 22 years almost. What I like about my community is that it involves everybody on the estate, and social integration is critically important in all that. Every member is willing to participate and see that they can involve themselves.
My name is Denise Evans-Barr and I've lived in the community 25 plus years. My community is like a family. We bond together, we go through the good times and the bad times together, and we're quite resilient.
I'm Terence Regan. I've lived in the customers area for over 50 years and I'm a member of, I'm founder of Talk Terry Men's Support Group. And my community means to me about passion. I like a strong community, people being there for each other, looking out for each other, keeping, making sure everyone's all right, just knocking on doors and checking on everyone. That's community to me.
Newmanfrancis has supported us in so many different ways by bridging the gap between the council and our community and in making us to know what our rights are.
My name is T. Fabikon and I've been living in Carpenter's Estate for about 25 years now. Newmanfrancis came into our community as educator because when they came in, they did a lot of training for us. Carpenter's Estate used to be a TMO, that is a tenant management organization. And Newmanfrancis were the first set of people that came in to train us, to teach us what it is like to be a TMO. We had a lot of training thanks to them. And then when regeneration started, they came back again to educate and empower the residents on what to do and how to do it.
Newmanfrancis has supported the community by listening to us and really listening and taking on board everyone's concerns, whether they're good or they're bad. They've actually put themselves out to meet who the community are and to find out what their needs are.
Newmanfrancis have supported the community very well. They've been heavily involved. I've got good friends with Howard, Carly, Lindsay and them. And it's built up good trust and a good rapport with them. So I trust them, believe in what they say, and they always give good advice. And I think when they asked people about what they wanted, it was done in a very nice, correct way, not trying to influence anybody.
Newmanfrancis brings passion and commitment to the communities that we work with, and I think that shines through where all our team bring a passion for the work and a real interest in people's lives. So we start from where people are and we look at what support they need in order to enable them to navigate change that they might be undergoing or improvements that might be being made to their neighbourhood and their lives.
My name is Simon Jolly and I've lived in Latimer Roads and Lanc West for 22 years. We as a community on Lanc West, which is 11 blocks, 3,500 residents, we needed a community group to come in and guide us about how we can present our challenges and our needs and our wants to the council, to government, and ultimately create a community, improve our community in a collaborative way. And Newmanfrancis helped us do that.
My name is Faye Lambert and I lived in Canning Town for 2 years. But previously, growing up, I lived in Custom House most of my life. Newmanfrancis has supported the community with workshops, fun days during the summer, drop-in sessions, and then, you know, like coffee sessions, and just sometimes one-to-one as well. So I think that's the support Newmanfrancis has given us.
Our mission at Newmanfrancis is to build sustainable communities, and what that means is really supporting residents in terms of training, information, capacity building, so that they can deal with anything that's coming at them.
My name is Errol. I lived on the Avenue Road Estate from 2004. I like my community because it's because people band together in certain events, and it's getting to know each other. Newmanfrancis has come up with, I'll give them credit for, because we're having meetings each week, and they're giving us stage by stage on where we are and how things are developing, as things are being started to start to develop in the area, and you know, so I'm hoping that people from in the area will come to these meetings, see what they're doing. They show you obviously stage by stage where they're at, and just gives them, you know, especially when it comes down to like newsletters and so forth, just to keep us up to date what's going on.
My passion for communities actually started when I was in primary school. Me and my brothers had this little gang that we set up, and we used to go around the communities just helping older people, doing shopping, helping them out, etc. But really, I mean, it was just something that I just loved doing, and I think from that, I just was always wanted to be involved in my community, knowing people, knowing what's going on.
My name is Chris Setz, and I've lived in Broadwater Farm for 2 years. When I think about what community changes could there be, I think there's a huge opportunity here on Broadwater Farm for a change of culture. And by that I mean the culture of the way people see each other. Working together with the council, that we can achieve significant improvements. And the only real way we can work together with the council is through an intermediary. What we need is professionals who understand community development. That's the job Newmanfrancis has been hired to do.
My vision for Newmanfrancis is that we have bigger and greater impact in the communities that we work with, or the communities whose lives that we touch as well. We're a relatively small company. There's just under 20 of us, so there's a limit to how much direct work we can do, but we have a way of working, a philosophy, a commitment that we'd like others to take on board and use that to deliver in the communities that they live and work in as well. So my vision is that our reach increases, but that we're supporting others to continue some of that work in the way that we think that work needs to be done. And I think central to that is empowering people who live in the communities we work in to go out there and do this type of work as well.